Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? Welcome to Trade Academy. I'm Army Piper. This is the afternoon show. FD White and I come out to show you what we're seeing on the charts. And right now, it's a lot of red. There's a lot of red going on around us right now. We are watching all of this hit targets that we called earlier. And guys, we're looking for some trades right now, some trade setups. If you guys are wondering how to trade what you're seeing on the charts, that's what this is for. So welcome to Trade Academy, guys. Without any further ado, let's get it. It's time to start. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Trade Academy. I'm Army Piper. This is Trade Academy here on Piper Academy. We come at you every Tuesday and Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, breaking down the charts and showing you guys how to approach the markets, how to approach a strategy, maybe some trade ideas you didn't know. And, if you guys got any questions, of course, we're always here for that. But let's go ahead and bring up my cohort over here. It's Mr. FD White himself. I don't have any great theme music for you, but I will tell everybody that you are the Popcat King. And that's why we threw it on the thumbnail today. So there you go. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. We're here, man. I'm sounding a little bit better.
Yep.
Feeling a little
Good.
bit better.
I'm glad to hear
so,
that.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready to dive in.
Awesome. And you were talking about something interesting going on with altcoins. So I think we're going to jump into Bitcoin. We're going to take a quick look at what's going on there. And then I want you to break down for people what you sent me, because it's important to know, and it's important to be able to spot it. And you spotted it. You nailed it, bro. So let's go.
It's jump. You know what? It's Bitcoin too. Bitcoin too.
I know.
Look, Bitcoin too.
Well, do you want to start off? You want to just kick it over to your charts and run?
I'm gonna let you start it off, man. I want to make sure I get the right words together.
All right. So, guys, we were looking at all this red here real fast. I want to talk about this. We're at $2.27 trillion. That's up from this morning, right? But you guys remember, you've heard it. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. When you see this with no volume, that usually indicates the bulls are getting tired. When this is green and this is red, bulls are getting tired, right? And that's what we're seeing here right now. And you can see that in the hourly right now. Markets close. They're closing to the upside. Had some record days today on the stock market. But now everything's getting tired. Are we starting to see that play out of that 50 basis points and what it really meant? Because honestly, it should have been bearish as hell that they had to raise those rates, cut those rates by 50 basis points and not 25. 25 would have indicated soft landing. 50 basis points indicates we effed up. We got to fix it now. So are we starting to see that is what the big question is. Let's go ahead and jump into the Bitcoin chart, guys. This is the level we talked about this morning. Right there, the 200-day moving average. And I've said this is a key area that we have got to get above if we are going to have a continuation of a bull run. Because anytime we've been underneath that, and I will show you guys that chart again. If you want to see it, let me know in the chat. But anytime we're below that 200-day moving average, it's usually indicated the down cycle at the end. Or maybe the summer in 2021, not at the beginning. It's usually support. We've been beneath it. And right now, I said, watch for this rejection. This is going to be the setup for a short. We did not quite make it there. We made it as high as 63,891. We were $109 off from that $64,000 target and did not quite hit it. You can see the wick was front ran right there by the makers that were selling off, and they caught a lot of people short. So there was even probably some people as of right now. This is a 12-hour candle. You can see that for 12 hours we pumped up, and we've more than 50% retraced that 12-hour run to the upside, guys. I would say that there's probably some people that had take profits up there that were running to get out of their trade because it did not quite hit there. Looking down here on the Oscillator Pro, guys, we talked about the True 7, and I do think the True 7 is going to try to come up here and clip, but it may just do like this did, where this is the level, which is currently what we're at. If you take a look here, There's that level. That's where we are right now too. So we got that. We do have the green. I want to show you something on this. You see that green building up right there in that power bar? That is the bullish power bar. And when it starts to peak out into this light color like we just hit, that typically indicates that the power has ran out of juice. Battery's getting low on the power bar, right? Just like right here, when you see that peak out, this means that that bearish trend running out of juice. It flips around. We've now gotten that starting to print here on the bullish power bar, although volume is coming up and it does look like money flow is coming up. So we got some hopium still on this chart, but overall, we have to say that the $64,000 may have been it, and we may start to see those runs start to die off. Let's go ahead and go to my side by side and see what it's telling me. Yeah, I told you that we were looking at this getting up into a little bit more red, like it was back in here, like it was back in here. And I said, once we do that, that'll be a good indication. I also said we could run up and push a line along that that Bollinger Band top there, guys. That's exactly what happened. This played out to a T on what we talked about here on Tuesday. So, guys, we got to now look at this and go, what is this telling us, this candle? Well, for that, let's kick it over to FD White. He's going to talk a lot more about that and where he's seeing it at, which is on pretty much everything. FD White, let's jump over. Let's check it out on your chart, bro. What you got for us?
Yeah, so what I'm looking at right now, I'm on a 4-hour time frame. I was looking at a lot of alts because I'm like, okay, we ran up, we got some good trades in. Now, let me look at a few longer term, trades to see if we can keep this momentum going. And I saw this candle here. Let's actually go and let's share this. And this is a shooting star candlestick pattern. I'm not a candlestick pattern trader by no means, but I do look at like 2 or 3 of them, possibly 4. And the shooting star and the hammer are usually ones that I really, really take heed to. And I'm seeing that right now. Let me actually go back to my chart. I'm seeing that right now on not only a lot of altcoins, but I'm seeing it possibly on Bitcoin here. So we literally just closed this 4-hour candle at 4 p.m. And we can see we had a body here. We did have a wick below it, but just look at this long wick. The bulls tried. And look, I mean, we even came up to how long have we been talking about 64K? We've been talking about 64K for so long. So on this chart, this is the Bitstamp chart, we got up to 63,860. So this is at resistance, a shooting star at resistance. I don't like it, man. It looks like a mid-term top or short-term top. Let's actually look at some oscillators. We got a red dot. We got money flow coming down. We got the MACD crossing. We got the MACD turning white from green. So a lot of my indicators that I use for tops or bottoms are flashing. So I'm just going to see, what happens now. But does that mean we're just going to get an all-out rinse out? No, it doesn't mean that. It just means it's time for a cool-off. Like all the traders, if you're a trader, everybody had the technical target of around 64K. So like you said, Piper, a lot of people are probably taking profits at this area, around here, a little bit before. Usually they don't take profits. Traders don't take profits at the exact targets. They take it a little bit before. So, try to front run the move just in case it doesn't hit that exact target. So what I'm looking at right now is pullbacks. So when, these assets move like this and you get some sort of pullback, you look for support, good support levels. Then look at your oscillators and see what's going on, money flow, and then see if you can catch another wave. But right now it does look like we are topping out, and we will talk about some altcoins with the same pattern, the same candlestick pattern a little bit later.
Awesome. Yeah, that I'm seeing that too. Matter of fact, that I'm looking at the 4-hour just now. I just flipped over to my chart to look at the 4-hour, take it, cool off a little bit from that 12-hour. Let's get down into the weeds here a little bit. I am seeing something here. This blue line on our oscillator, this is a multi-divergence. This means that it's continuing to print. It's a divergence continuation, if you will. I'm watching it right now because we just printed another one here. You can see when we printed one back here, it's what led to this entire drop down there. I'm going to be curious to see how this one plays out. Of course, we did get the little bounce here on the oscillator ribbon last night, yesterday, I should say. And now we're getting that pullback again. I don't know that this one is going to get that little bounce. It could. I mean, it honestly could, and this could be another continuation up. But right now, it does look like we are set for a little bit of a cool off. Even the one that we had here gave us, a minor pullback here. Let's see what that was. That was about 2.5%. So if we did a 2.5%, let's see how close we would be to that yellow trend line. Because you guys see that yellow trend line right there? That is the 100-day simple moving average. So let's go and see where we are from the top of this. Do about a 3%. Yeah, to get down there would be about a 4% pullback. I'm actually in a short that I entered into there. And so looking at that short call, that would give me a really good run because I want a 7X. So that'd be about a 14% movement just down to that level. Of course, if we get down there, I can make the call to close it out, or maybe just close out half, let the rest of it run depending on what I'm seeing down here on the oscillators. And that's how we do it. You know, we play it by ear as we go. We have a plan. But we're ready to shift fire and move as we need to. Shout out to Drip OG. He said, nice TA, man. I appreciate that a lot. This is what the whole purpose of the show is, to give you guys what you need to know. So shout out to you, man. We appreciate you. Let me put that down
So
here. Where it
I got
should
something
right
for you, Piper,
there.
man.
Yeah, what you got for me, bro?
Just switch back to my chart. So just adding Confluence to what you see. I mean, I'm seeing the same thing, but coming from a different perspective. So we did get that move, like you said, up to about the 64K level, which was all this, back here at about what's that, 64. So I had 64.160 or 64.2. Like I said, we didn't get up to there, but we're close enough. And now what I'm looking at is we have this upward sloping trend line. This is the trend line that I've been looking at for a while now, ever since the beginning of September. So we went up, touched it, 1, 2, 3, deviation, 4, deviation. Now I'm just keeping this trend line drawn up. So if we do, we do also have this horizontal coming in that acted as resistance, acted as support, then we fell through, acted as resistance back here, resistance back here, resistance back here, resistance back here. So when I see all that resistance, I'm like, okay, this is one of the lines that I need to keep drawing on my chart. So what I'll be looking at, basically just like you're looking at, I think you said you're looking at like a 4% pullback. So from the top to the bottom, if we do have some confluence from this horizontal and this upper sloping trend line, I'm looking at about 3% move, 3.6% move down, and then I'll be possibly looking for some longs over here. So I will be looking for a short, but I want to see this candle close. I want to see how this 4-hour candle closes, just to get a little bit more confirmation, and then I'll possibly jump into a short with a little bit higher leverage, just because I didn't catch the top. So I'll try to ride it down. If we go down, if I can catch another 2.5% on 10x leverage, then we can make some shake with that.
Right on. Let me jump over here and look at this chart, guys. This is actually from another Discord group that I'm in. I've been checking out Cohen's, Koenz. Really, really good dude when it comes to TA and looking at Fibonacci levels. And we're actually going to have him as a guest on Piper Academy. Him and I are working behind the scenes right now to set up a collab. Really, really sharp dude. Well, this is one of the members in his community that does a lot of stuff on Elliott waves, and he's talking about that we had the, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 level here, okay? But then it's set up into an XY, a WXY, and a 1, 2, 1, 2 pattern. And you can see that he's actually looking at that coming back down on another 1, 2, 1, 2, which should be higher than the blue 2. That orange 2 should be coming in at around 60,500 is what he's actually looking at there. So even on the Elliott waves, these guys are pros. This is what they do over there all the time. It's nothing but Elliott waves. They eat them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it's really impressive. But even they're calling for, another pullback to about $60,000 range here. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going on there. Luke Zaldana said 62.8K and then back up. That's what he's thinking there. We can take a look at those levels and see what that's doing. Buck said, moved my limit down to 63,555, hoping to grab a pop and then down. Yeah, that's what I had to do on mine, Buck. I was watching it. And it did not hit. I had it at 63,900. We hit 63,891. So I was $9 off on my entry for that short. And then I saw it drop down below to about 875, and about 835. And I was like, you know what? Let me move this down to about 850 and get in on that. So I did. It popped back up and grabbed me. So yeah, you're just doing a little bit behind, man. Just remember, set yourself up so that you got either some dry powder to add to that position in case it does go up and double test for double top on that 64K line on that 200-day wherever it happens to be at. But that happens a lot where it will pull back, shake out a lot of people, and then they'll get wrecked because, they chased, they set it too high of leverage. It bounces back up, wipes them out, bounces off of that 200 on a retest, and then back down it goes again. So it's called a double top. So be careful there. Yeah, let's go check out that level that Luke talked about. He said 62.8. I want
Yeah.
to go look at my chart and check
Yep.
that
I got
out.
it.
Oh, you got
I
it?
got it pulled up right now. Yeah, I got. So I'm looking at possibly what I'm looking at is possibly coming back to grab these wicks here. This wick here is at about 62.6 right here, and then we also had one. I think where did I see that? Right here. So if you're talking about coming back and grabbing some of this, some of that liquidity back there or some of these wicks back here, then I definitely see that. So that would be, usually like if we're going down, this is what I look at. So if we're going down, we do have stops. Like it's like a bus route. It's going down the road, and it'll stop at stop at a stop, and then it might just keep going. So if it's strong enough, we might get a bounce there. Well, like you said, at about 62.8. But my overall thesis is possibly to come back down to that to this line here at about that 61 and some change level. But I will be looking at that these wicks. I do look at these wicks when I'm trading. Just for like see if with some type of reversal or just some type of if we can make some type of higher low at that area. So definitely a good area to watch.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to jump over here to mine real fast because you said 61 and some change. I want to show you guys what action has actually been playing out here just on simple moving averages, guys. If you want to use this moving average, just go into your indicators, type in moving, or just type in MA, actually. MA ribbon. That's what it is. And it's going to be under technicals. It's the first one here. It's not any of these ones put up by anybody else. This one is made by TradingView, and it works phenomenal. And you can go in here and you can set this up. I have mine set always on the daily. So no matter if I'm on a 4-hour or 12-hour weekly, I can see the daily moving averages. And then you have a choice to set up what type of moving average. I have them on simple. And then I just set up green, yellow, orange, red, right? For the 50, 100, 200, 300. Super simple, super easy. And I want to show you what has happened here on the price. We came down and we hit this 300, right? We came back up. We rejected on the 100, came back, tested the 50. Guys, I traded all of this each way just on the moving averages. It was super simple, super easy, nice and easy. And when we got that bounce and we broke through the 100, you can see we did have a rejection on the bottom. But FD, what have we not done on this 100 moving average?
I was looking at the chart. Hold on.
We haven't retested it from the top yet.
We have not retested it. There we go.
There we go. So I'm thinking that we come back to retest that on this rejection on that front ray 200, and that would be, guess what? About 61,257. So 61 and some change, as FD said. That's the level that I'm watching there. So again, two different ways to approach this with our indicators. We're both seeing the same thing. I do believe that we're going to come back and retest that. And that's going to be a key level to hold if we're going to continue up. Of course, again, we could set up for that come up to a double top and then finish out that 1-2-1-2 pattern that I showed you on those Elliott waves. So keep all of that in mind, guys. But I am watching right now. Matter of fact, I do have an alert set right there at about 61,223. I actually need to move that up a little bit now because we've gone a little bit in time, and this is sloping downward, which means that is going to a little bit lower level. So now let me move that to about 61,300, and we will get that as our as the level to watch. I'll have an alert there now, and it will be nice and easy for me. There we go. Perfect. Save.
Shout out to Robert Jones. He says no retest is dangerous. So I mean,
fact, bro.
A lot of times,
fact. That's what I'm saying.
It is dangerous.
Yes, very dangerous.
But I will say this. In a raging bull run, you might not get retests. Sometimes you might not get retests. Those technicals, the things that we usually look out for, sometimes don't play out. But right now, I think, like you said, the no retest is definitely dangerous, especially on like macro trend lines and macro, supports and resistances. So definitely agree.
Yeah, I'm looking at this levels now to see what my guy's seeing there. He was talking about it's the golden pocket. Luke Zaldina said it's the golden pocket on the 1 hour. So let's go. Oh, stay up there. What are you doing? Come on, man. Work with me here. So let's go check that out. I want to see something here on my chart before I bring it over. There we go.
So that's a nice picture, Luke, man. I like to see love, man. That's a nice picture, man. Shout out to Luke, man.
Yeah, shut up. Shut up. I love it. It's great. Yeah, actually pulling this from the top and bottoms, this is pretty cool here. This is one of my own indicators. It's called the Piper Sniper Kit, and it actually just pulls fibs going back from lows to highs. If I actually bring this in, we're going to test this, set this up to be like a 100, I believe. That will cover it. It's pretty cool. Should put it right in this area here. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, that's 61,703 to 61.5 is coming in as a golden pocket if you pull it from this level. Of course, if you pulled it from here, probably a little bit different. Let's see what that does. Yeah, that's going to put it at about 61.5 also. So the golden pocket coming up on this pull up, unless he's pulling it from this level here on the 1 hour, which is quite possible. Let me try that one. How far back did you pull that from, Luke? Just out of curiosity. Yeah, that one's coming in about 62. I bet that's it. He's pulling it from this level right here. So yeah, there you go. That's where it is coming from. That's his golden pocket level. I just wanted to know. I was curious about that. So let me get all of my stuff back to what it was. There we go. Cool. Thank you. And one more. There we go. There's my dailies. You can see the dailies on this thing has just played out amazingly. So golden pocket bounce over and over again right in here. So, all right, cool.
We
That
got a
is
question
a
from I'm sorry.
Drip OG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's saying, do we use heat maps? Yep, we do.
Yep,
We definitely
every
use
morning.
heat maps. So, yep.
Yeah, every morning TradeFly's pulling that up, and he's also pulling it up on the he's pulling it up on the nightcap show also at night. So you'll see it again there tonight. If you guys want to see the, did you have a question about it, Drip, or what were you asking? But yeah, TradeFly here at the Academy uses it all the time, and then every now and then I'll pull it up if I'm looking for some extra confluence of levels for targets. So, but yeah, let me know what you're asking there. Buck said, "FD, you're just a big snuggle bear." That's what he said. He's been talking to your kids and your wife, evidently, man. So,
Yeah,
got to
man.
watch out on that. All right, man. What are you seeing on PopCat? Because that's what I put PopCat on there. I know you got a trade set up on PopCat.
There we go. Let's go over to PopCat. So, I mean, if you've been looking at the nightcap, I mean, you've been prepared. This is why usually on the nightcap I talk about PopCat just about 3 out of the 4 days we are on the nightcap. So, right now, what I'll be looking at, I thought we were what I wanted to get to this level here at about $1. It's actually a technical level and a psychological level. We didn't get up that far. So right now I'm not in any trades. I'm not looking at anything. We could possibly, just looking at the chart, we could possibly, come down and try to take this area here. Hopefully hold this as some support at about 80, about 87, 88. So that'll be a little bit more down, just depending on how far Bitcoin goes down. But for the most part, let me actually delete that. For the most part, I'm not really looking. Like, we could just pull this out. Let's delete some of these. And then we could possibly, we have, I mean, we could possibly do something like that, or we could possibly, have something like this. So if you look at it this way, it's looking like some sort of bull flag. So it's just we could come down to about 87.8792, so about 0.88. So I'm just looking. Right now, I'm not really trying to make any foresight or judgments. I'm letting the market tell me what it wants to do. So if we come down here, let's actually draw it out. If we come down here, we'll use the arrows. If we come down here, possibly start holding that, we can start breaking back up. If Bitcoin wants to continue its ascension higher, if it wants to, take out all this bearishness, I'll be looking for it to continue higher. If not, this is a bullish pattern. So if we break down, then I'm expecting, Bitcoin to break down. We probably, come back down to about that 75 area. And then if we, really start turning bearish, like if Bitcoin starts going back down to like the 60s, low 60s, like maybe 60, 61,000, then I'll be looking for this 70 cent area, this yellow mustard colored support resistance flip. So I mean, right now we're still bullish. We're in a bullish structure for PopCat. PopCat has been moving. I think a dollar is going to be very, very hard to break unless the market is overall bullish and Bitcoin continues its ascension higher. Let's actually look and see what's going on. This is on the 1 hour. So short term, we do have money flow coming down. MACD is in the red, not starting to show signs of crossing back over. So I'm looking at PopCat to potentially, come down to here, this upper sloping trend line that we're looking at on the hourly. Let's actually zoom back in. Like I said, at about 88 cent, 0.88 cent. And then we'll see how it, reacts there. And then we'll make a decision there. So
something,
probably have
something that I want to.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, that was it.
Something that I do want to point out to people is that, yes, you can have something like this that's doing a nice pennant, right? For a continuation, it's a little consolidation break before it breaks up to the upside like you drew there. But then when you have something like Bitcoin that starts to pull back, you can extrapolate just that piece, and that's a symmetric triangle. And the symmetric triangle at the end of the day has a 50-50 to the upside or downside. And being that you've got a little bit more bias from the Bitcoin pull to the downside, kind of lends a little bit of momentum to that downside, of that 50% chance to the downside being a little bit higher. So you can definitely extrapolate out that pattern by itself when you start to see market variables change, right? So something I do want to point out, and I just looked at this, it's pretty interesting. This morning we were like at a 37% chance of a 50 basis point rate cut again in November. Do you know how bad that would be for the economy for them to do another 50 basis point rate cut? Because typically that means this is bad, that bad things are going on in the economy. That's why everybody was really hoping for 25. And then why even more, why everybody is confused at why the markets are continuing to rally today on a 50 basis point rate cut. Check this out, man. We're now at about a 43% chance of a 50 base. This is going up as this time goes on. That lends a voice in your ear going, something's not right, right? So, and then also I do want to point out to people, guys, a lot of reason we could be getting sell-off is this right here that people are waiting for tonight. Here at about, this is 5:30 p.m. my time. It's about 2:30 here right now. So this is about 3 hours away that we're going to get this inflation data for Japan. And you're probably wondering, Piper, why the hell do we give a damn about Japan? Because that inflation rate, guys, is projected to be 0.2% higher. Their inflation's still going up. Their core inflation rate is expected to be up 0.1%. If you guys don't know, and FD, go ahead and get your chart ready so you can show them where the bad spot that Japan touched on Bitcoin's price last time. It's actually Robert Jones. He said, caution, tomorrow, interest rate meeting. It's actually tomorrow for their time. It will take place here in 7.5 hours, actually. It's going to be here tonight because it's tomorrow in Japan tonight, right? Bank of Japan's interest rate decision. They're projected right now to do a 0.25 basis point. And CNBC analysts said that it will likely be the same. It will not be, 50 basis points. They're not going to raise it by, do a rate hike of 25 basis points. It's going to be neutral. They're going to pause. And December is when they're looking at doing a rate hike. But the last time that they did a rate hike, guys, is what did the entire Japanese unwinding. So let's go and take a look at FD's charts so that he can show you guys what happened the last time when they did this 25 basis points and what we could be looking at if that happens about 7.5 hours from now. FD, what do you got? What happened the last time that we had a 25 basis point rate hike?
Well, you see this line right here, this light blue color line. We lost that, and we were down only. We bottomed out at about 49,700 or 800. So, I don't even want to think about it, man. It was scary. It was very scary because we thought that that was the beginning of the end, so to say. So, if they do come, it's still a lot of stuff to look at. Like even with their interest rates, we got to look at our rates over here. And the 10-year, like with the interest rates coming down, the federal funds rate, coming down, the 10-year went up. That's like what's going on, so that's still telling us.
As a matter of fact, I was going to talk about that. It's actually up to 3.7. I think I saw here on CNBC for the day, guys.
Yeah.
So if
That's not right.
anyone thinking that a 50 basis point rate cut means that, oh, we're going to be able to get loans for cheaper, right? No, no, that's not the case. And I explained this morning. If you didn't watch this morning's show, I recommend you to go watch it. I really broke down why 50 basis point rate cut will not equate to cheaper money borrowing. Because loans are based on the 10-year yield, not based on the federal rate. And so that is how much it costs for banks to borrow money. Yes, but they're still going to go, okay, I have the 10-year yield I can put our bank money into for 10 years, or I can loan it to you, FD White, and you can borrow this money from me and I'll charge you an interest rate. Well, if the 10-year yield is going up in value, right, the interest rate's going up, meaning I get more money the higher it goes, right? Why would I not put my money into that 10-year and get no risk money back when I give it to you and I take on risk? That's why when you get a loan rate, there's a factor of what is the risk value of this individual based on credit, so on and so forth, that goes tacked on top. And if the valuation that I can give you a loan for is not much different than what I can get from this zero risk 10-year treasury yield, I'm going to go with the 10-year treasury yield, which means your loan rates are going to be higher, even though rates dropped. That is a huge factor to take into account. Let's jump over here and talk about this, because there's a little, this is called all source data. This is when you take two pieces of information and you key them together to get the assessment, okay, the analysis here. First of all, it says, here's the real question. What's going to happen to housing prices? 2020, rates go down 3%, housing prices skyrocket on strong demand, okay? 2022, rates go up to 2001 highs, housing prices skyrocket on low supply. In 2024, rates go down in the largest first cut since 2008. What are housing prices going to do? Historically speaking, lower rates mean higher housing prices due to stronger demand. Can housing prices really make another push higher after raising 50% in 5 years? And then let's go back and read this other piece of data, because this says it's funny. The Fed rate cut rates, but borrowing rates went higher today because they are based on the 10-year yield, and it's ripping higher to the close. Guys, this was yesterday. It went even higher today. So mortgage and auto loan rates will be higher tomorrow than they were today. We could be looking at a situation where nothing's really changed in the economy. They say inflation's going down. I don't know about you, but my groceries are high as hell. My insurance is through the roof. Things are tight. I don't care where you're getting your numbers from, Mr. Powell. Life's not easy out here with what we're having to pay for goods compared to 2 years ago. And now you're telling me that I'm going to be paying more for my house based on this data. And now because the 10-year yield is ripping off, I'm also going to pay a higher loan rate. Guys, that's not sustainable, and it's going to have to end at some point. You're going to get pushed. You're going to get wiped out, and the markets are going to pay the price for it. That is what we're going to see. Hey, do me a FD, can you do me a favor? First comment on this, and then I'll have you do me a favor while I'm looking at something else. What do you think about this? Like this 10-year yield, this interest rate, when we're looking at higher loan amounts for us, on top of we could be looking at higher loan rates too. So we're talking a higher interest rate, mortgage rate on a more expensive house while things aren't really getting fixed in the economy. Thoughts on that, man?
Yeah, you're exactly right, man. And I'm no economist, but I do research all day, every day, and I've come to the conclusion that, well, not the conclusion, but I've came to realize that the 10-year, it was kind of doing the job for the Fed too. It was helping them, as it was going up, it was making borrowing money a lot harder, was raising interest rates, which was bringing the demand down. Now they're trying to sort of reverse course, and bring their interest rates down, the federal funds rate. But if the 10-year is still going up, it's like, what are these rate cuts going to do? So I'm just sitting back and I'm watching with my popcorn, man. It's really like a show, man, because he came out and he talked about how the economy was amazing, how the job market was amazing. Like, what data are you looking at? what data are you looking at? And I use all this information. Let's put investing to the side. Let's talk about trading because this is a trading show. I use this data and this macro information, this economic information to kind of gauge of how long I'll stay in trades because some trades, could be day trades, some trades can be scalps, some trades can turn into a longer swing trades. And with all the headwinds, I'm still in the camp of taking profits a little bit earlier. So that's how I take in this information when it comes to like the economy, when it comes to macro, when it comes to the economics and everything going on. I use that information to gauge how long I will stay in trade. What type of trader will I be in this environment?
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. And I agree. So shout out to Robert Jones. He said the Bank of Japan rate decision Friday, September 20th at 3 in the morning Pacific, which would be like 7 in the morning on the East Coast. So I guess we got two different times. I'm getting mine from where, the economic calendar. I can look here on TradingView and we'll take a look at that. But what I need you to do for me, TradeFly, is pull up your chart and look up Simon's cat, like Simon Cowell, Simon's cat. JS asked about this morning. We didn't have time to get to it. He has returned and said, this time, can you pull it up for me? He wants to know my opinion on it. I'm seeing some stuff there on it. I'm looking at it, but I'm going to go look for that Trading View economic calendar, and then let me know what you're seeing on that chart because it does look pretty interesting. So
Simon's cat.
Yep.
What's the ticker? Let me just because I like
it's
to
cat.
I want to do it. Just
it
cat?
is CATUSDT.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's called
So
Simon's Cat Tether.
Okay, I'm gonna come from a different approach, but I got you. All right. So I'm actually so when I'm looking at coins, number one, what I first do is I go to Coin Market Cap or I go to CoinGecko, or something like that. Am I lagging? Let me see. Here we go. So Simon's cat. So this is okay, a meme coin. I'm looking at this. So let's load all time. So this is literally just came out. Am I wrong? Yeah, it literally just came out. So with things like this, it's hard to do TA. So this is why I came over to CoinMarketCap to look at what's going on with it. So I mean, what I'm looking, I mean, it's been going up. It's been going up. I can just look at this and tell you that if we break out of this zone here at about 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, 245, pop above that, hold that as support, then we could possibly continue our ascension forward. But I mean, it's up 128% all time. This is not something that I would really chart. Like a lot of times, it doesn't have something like this. Doesn't have a lot of history, so it's hard to get accurate information as to how the price movement will run because TA is just a history lesson. It just tells you how a price moved in the history or in the past. So I mean, something like this, I mean, it's moving. I don't know what type of fundamentals it has, but when I look at a coin, like even meme coins, I'll come over to Coin Market Cap. I'll go over to about. I'll look at the news. I mean, I'll look at the what's going on with it. Similar coins, a Popcat. Okay, I like it. It's a similar coin to Popcat. So it's a VFP Simon's Cat brand. So maybe we can pull up a chart, but I tried it. I didn't see it on my trading view. So
yeah, I got it right here. I got it right here real fast. Yeah, and I want to show you what I did here. You're gonna like this, dude. This is pretty cool. So I got it up here, and you can see it's continuing to make good market structure. I mean, it's going higher. We've got a level here. We do have a little bit of resistance right here at this multi-zero 3.6 here, 3.58. But what I want to show you is come over here. It's the one that has the trend line array and all that, and grab this tool called a regression trend tool. We're going to come back here where it actually broke out of that parabolic push. First push, and you can see it literally has done a nice little regression channel here for us. Right now, all the bounces on this medium line, the midline, the median of this range. As long as it holds this, if it breaks this, you might want to take your profits. You said you're up 4% on it. I would just put that on there, dude, and just literally watch it. If you really wanted to, you can come over here, take a trend line. We're just going to run a trend line right along this. There you go. And then we're going to come up here and we're going to go to settings, extend it to the right. There's your trend line continuing on. And then you can go right here and you can set an alert. And when it breaks it, you'll get an alert, and it's time for you to get out. You sold all of yours. Okay, well, you sold all your Popcat, I think is what you're saying, right? But yeah, this is looking pretty good. That's how I would set that up if I was going to degen on this little coin here. Obviously, it's a meme. There's no real value for it. 40%. Okay, 40%. Dude, you made some profits. If you want to go ahead and take out your original entry so that you're playing with their money and not your own, set that up like I just showed. And then you will have yourself a nice little alert system to go, hey, I'm going to take out some more profit if it breaks this line, and then leave just a moon bag, right? So that's how I would approach
Piper,
that. Yeah.
I am even by looking at your chart. If you go back to your chart, I'm just just eyeballing it. I can sort of see, like, even if it continues up, like I can sort of see if you take it somewhat of an ascending triangle. If you take that upward sloping trend line starting about right. Yep. Keep going over. Let me see. What day is that? Well, all the way. It's like. Let me see. Okay. Yeah. Let me pull it up. Let me try to pull it up again. You go ahead.
Yeah, Simon's cat.
I can see it. Yep.
Yep. And then while you're doing that, trying to pull it up, I pulled it up on the calendar here also. Who was it that brought that up to me? Let me scroll back up here for a second. It would be Robert. Robert Jones said Friday. I pulled it up on the calendar here for TradingView also. This is a whole different source, and it's also saying 10 o'clock tonight, our time, bro. My time. So this would be at 1 a.m. in the morning. Oh, wait, no, this would be at midnight. Midnight tonight on the East Coast, Pacific time. It would be at 9 o'clock tonight is when that decision comes in for Pacific. So even on this one, totally different source of data. They're saying tonight 10. So just be careful. I don't want you to be thinking it's tomorrow and I'm right, or I don't want you to think that I am right and then you're not tracking the other time. Just be prepared either way. Don't be scared. Be prepared. Did you get that up on your chart, bro?
Yeah, I got something. I got it up on Coin. Coin Market Cap also has like the little trading view thing you can go over. So I got it over up to there. Let me see. Am I having some technical difficulties right now?
I need a chart, please. Can I get a chart? Can I get a chart, please? Screen share.
Yeah, I'm not getting the button to flip over to this screen. Usually get flip over. Windows.
JS. I can just set it up. So
yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I don't even have your screen share right now, dude. You got to reshare your screen.
Let me see if I could. Boom.
Guys, we'll get this up in a second. Yep, now we got it. There we go. Perfect. There we go.
Okay, boom. Yeah. So I'm seeing some sort of.
Yep,
I see it. Just there we go. I see some. Just a little. Every time you play that, I guess it's right in my ear. I jump like, what the heck was that? But yeah, I do see upper sloping trend line. So I mean, if he's still in it, we're holding above this 1 2 3 4 zeros 3 4 1 1 1. You're pretty good. We start losing that, closing below. Depending on how.
That's what happens if we break that.
Yeah. So that's what I would look for, just from a simple technical TA level. Even if we come down a little bit more, we still haven't broke structure. But as soon as we start taking these lows out, then get out. So that low is about what we probably say this one here. I'll probably get out here at about 4 zeros 33129 is what I would be looking at. Because when meme coins move down, they move fast. They take the
yes, they do. And, yes, they do.
So you want
to
get out, and
I might set
if it's
that
not a lot of
myself.
liquidity, if it's not a lot of liquidity and the spreads are bad, you might put a limit order to get out there. But it just depends on where you get filled. So I've had that happen a lot of times.
Yeah, because remember, you got to have makers for takers. Got to have makers for takers, guys.
Yeah, so sometimes those meme coins do not have the don't have the liquidity to fill you at the price that you want. So just be careful with that.
True story. I knew the third largest wallet holder on Cardano token, and he was the third largest wallet holder. Had a ton of it, and he decided he was going to take some profits on it as it was peaking out. Really, like he literally caught the top of it. It took him about 3 weeks to pull out the profits that he wanted to pull out because he couldn't do it in the big enough chunks, right? Because obviously it would wipe everybody out. It would just dump it, and then there wasn't orders were sitting there for it would sit there forever. He had to do it in little micro batches to get out of his Cadena position. So yeah,
Yeah, man. I did that
absolutely,
last
liquidity is
last
important.
bull run. Yeah, last bull run, man. Everybody wanna gamble in these meme coins, but you think you're gonna you think you're gonna make $1 million and just cash out $1 million on a meme coin, man? Good luck. Good
Good
luck. You got to
luck.
cash out in
Exactly.
small increments, man. It's not. It's more complicated than you think.
Yeah. Now I will point out something on that token. Looking at the 4 hour, I am seeing something here on my oscillators, just so you're tracking. Money flow looks beautiful on this, bro. The money flow looks really good. The true seven's coming up. You know, got another green. The only thing I'm worried about is this volume. And this plays in right here. This volume matrix turning down in pink here. This plays in right here to exactly what FD just said to you about if there's not enough liquidity, right? If this volume's super low, you got to have volume. You got to have people willing to take the deal when you want to get out of that market. So that volume dropping down does give a little cause for concern. So if you've got a lot in that, you may want to start micro batching that. You're already at 40%. Don't let greed extend past need, right? And so you know, it's good to want money, but you might need to act a little sooner and take some of that a little off the table sooner than later. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and then
it is
one
a
more thing before we go, Piper.
yeah. What you got?
I'm sorry, I didn't
No,
mean to
no,
cut you
you're
off,
good.
brother.
You're good, bro.
So another thing is, like, in the condition that we're in, this is why we also talk about the macro conditions. Like, this is not a meme coin environment. This is, if it was back in like March or April, yeah, if it was like back in March or April or something like that, you could probably hold meme coins a little bit longer. So you got to take everything into account. Like, I mean, it might go to the moon. You never know. I'm not, we don't know, but from past experiences. Oh, there we go, Detroit.
Detroit in the house.
From past experiences, man, you got to be in a meme coin environment to let you know how long you should kind of hold these trades or these meme coins, because when the bottom falls out, they fall out.
For sure, for sure. Hey guys, we are about to hop off here. I've got TA 101 with our Magna and Summa Cum Laude members over in our Discord. So if you guys are members in your Magna and Summa, it's time to do some TA 101 where we dig down and teach you guys how to set up charts and stuff like that. Like, hey, I'm looking at this chart. How would I trade this? That's what that is for. So we're getting ready to go head over there and do that. But guys, we appreciate you joining us here today. We do this every Tuesday and Thursday. We look at these charts, we break them down, teach you guys some little tools and tricks and tips and things that can help you have a more solid approach to investing and trading in the market. Guys, if you have not done so, please smash that like button. It helps us out immensely here on the show. And we're trying to grow Piper Academy. We want to get big, get big, get big, get big. That's what we want to do. So smash that like because, those numbers, sometimes they're just not very good.
Pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
Got to pump those numbers up, guys. So we appreciate you all, and we will check you guys out here next Tuesday again. Don't forget, this evening at 18:30 my time. So that is 8:30 on the East Coast, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Crypto Nightcap with FD White and Trade Fly. They're going to be there live doing that. And then tomorrow morning, catch the pre-morning show with LBC and BC Port Corp. That is at, I think he said at 6:30 a.m. on the East Coast, and then 7:30 my time, 9:30 a.m. the market open, guys. We're live right here on Piper Academy for the morning market report, wrapping out the week and telling you guys how to prepare for the weekend. Till then, guys, as always, trade safe. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time right here on Trade Academy, guys. Use a stop loss. Later.